am I? Do you even know who I am?
Yes, child, I know who you are, and where you are I cannot say, for only you know that.
That's not helpful. I'm currently dealing with something here, and you're not making it any better.
It's quite clear you're dealing with self-conflict. Yet, from what points of view are you fighting with?
I'm dealing with my purpose. Like, do I have one, or do I not?
My child, you are wrong. There is not two paths, but four. You are missing the other two.
Other two?
Yes, other two. Clean out your ears, child, and listen.
Whatever, just tell me.
I cannot do that.
Dean, where are you going?
I cannot tell you, yet I can show you. To best understand what you are struggling with is to understand all four pathways, not just two. This is your journey on your paths. Come visit me when you have understood the four paths.
I am Aristotle. I can show you how to find your purpose in life. One thing to remember is that you should always look at your life as a whole rather than just your most recent experiences. It is not one day or a short time that makes a person blessed and happy. When considering your happiness, you should look at everything that has happened. You should spend time working hard on a skill that you value. The better you get, the more purpose you will feel. Life might seem bad right now, but there is still plenty of time to improve your situation. The ultimate purpose in life is to get better at what you value and learn new skills. As you perfect the skills you see as valuable, you will gain purpose. Now continue down the path. Ahead you will discover other meanings in life.
I see that you have questions about your purpose. You are also seeking your purpose. I am Antiphanes. I am here to show you another way, another meaning, another purpose. Here, on this path, you will learn that your purpose is to be virtuous and obtain happiness. Some refer to this as cynicism. To live a life of virtue in agreement with nature, you only need to live with the bare necessities, such as food and shelter. We do not need to have fame or wealth or power to obtain happiness. You gain that happiness through training and living in a natural way. For example, a poor man who lives freely and not controlled by the ways of the world is more happy than a rich man who is constantly controlled and moved by unreal responsibilities. So the poor man is more free and happy than the rich man. I have told you all that I can about this purpose. Now it is your decision to make. Continue down the path to complete your understanding of your purpose.
You come searching for purpose, as if there are predetermined rules for living a meaningful life. In the grand scheme of things, we are just biological matter spinning senselessly on a rock in some corner of the universe. There are no 10 commandments or a deity telling us what to do or how to live our life. Nothing we do inherently has meaning, but we can choose to give meaning to what we do. We have to cope as well as we can. Whatever we have to do, we must acknowledge the absurd background of existence and then triumph over the constant possibility of hopelessness. Imagine Sisyphus, condemned to endlessly roll a boulder up a hill, only to watch it fall back down the other side, where he must roll it up the hill again. Now put yourself in his shoes. Every Monday morning you wake up and begin your work week. When you reach the weekend, you watch the boulder roll back down the hill, only to retrieve it and begin pushing it up the hill again. In this situation, it is important we imagine Sisyphus happy. When the boulder rolls back down the hill, I see that man going back down with a heavy yet measured step towards the torment that he will never know the end of. That hour he is trekking back down the mountain is like a breathing space, which he returns as surely as his suffering. That is the hour of consciousness. At each of these moments, when he leaves the heights and gradually sinks toward the layers of the gods, he is superior to his fate. He is stronger than his rock. We have enough freedom to realize we are in a cage, but not enough freedom to escape it, and we have to consider killing ourselves because life might be meaningless. People attract me insofar because they are impassioned about life and avid for happiness. There is both purpose and no purpose in this life, and it is up to us to find purpose in the ordinary. My name is Albert Camus. This is my purpose in life. Continue down the path to find yours.
My name is John Paul Sartre, and welcome. I know you're looking for purpose, but down this path you'll find neither meaning, value, or purpose, that the life you have has intrinsic value. On this path you will learn that you are just an individual, isolated, born into this world, but yet barred from knowing why, and still compelled to invent meaning. And yet, that is really what meaning is. An invention that is subjective to each and every person. For how can there truly be any objective meaning in the world? Think about it. We as human beings are insignificant in this world, and even more so when you take us separately. How could we possibly think our existence, objectively, is intrinsically valuable and with purpose? Surely if we thought of this logically, we would see that meaning and values are without foundation. How would your dog dying have any intrinsic value to your life? Or consider the world and us humans in them. How do you compare the filthy rich with those who suffer daily? Can you say that the rich has more objective value than the poor? Or that the poor's purpose is to struggle and suffer their entire lives? Who can determine for another person their purpose or meaning of life based on a theory and reasoning? None. Instead, if you walk this path, you will learn that meaning and value is not derived from theory, but rather a consequence of engagement and commitment. You will begin this path first by realizing what is simple and only truth, that you exist. Only after contemplating about yourself and encountering the world around you can you make any sense or purpose be given to it. And yet only then that person will only be what he makes of himself. We humans are given the situation to create a life and then create meaning from this life. You will find walking this path that to say life is intrinsically valuable or with purpose is simply an attempt to delude yourself. If we are to be honest, we must face the absurdity of our existence. The fact that we will die, and that religion, metaphysics, and theories that say life is intrinsically valuable are poised to comfort us and make sense of these facts. Down this path, you will not attempt to trick yourself into believing that your life began with purpose or meaning. Rather, you will learn that meaning and purpose is subjective and comes only after you've experienced life. Don't be afraid. Down this path, you will see through the illusion of presupposed meaning and instead take life for what it is, a collection of experiences with us stumbling through the dark trying to find meaning.